Hello guys, welcome to the core concept. Today we are going to discuss about how to revamp the health service, especially in the school health service system. So after seeing the thumbnail, you are going to guess, yes, today is Nitin going to talk about these controversial news, especially this case which is happening in the Kallakurichi district. The girl who named is Srimathi got suicide. Still, there is some confusion whether it is a suicide or a murder case. So here we are not going to discuss about anything related to that particular case. Here we are just focusing on how we can revamp the health service in our state. In our state means in our country, because the school health system is just we are following what the government introduced the various scheme. Even though the government introduced the various scheme to analyze the health based survey in the primary or public or international school, still there is a question arise whether it is actually implementing as based upon the what the rules in the paper. Still the peoples are confusing with whether we are suggesting how these teachers are going to get attracted toward these government schemes to the health benefit of any parents or teachers meet up. So let's we discuss about the revamp of health service system in the Indian schools. Okay, right. So if you see the particular case, especially the Srimathi case, still there are many controversial news are coming. But we people are not support. We people are don't support towards these mob violence, especially the last Sundays. If you see, most of these youngsters are protesting peacefully, protesting after the police going and suppressed these protest guys. They are suddenly get into mob violence and going to broke down all getting to broke down all the buses, all the schools properties, especially because of angry wrath when we sudden reaction happened when the police suppressed the mob group. So before knowing the actual death reason they are doing this violence is not acceptable, because we have to maintain our law and order. Law and order is essential thing, right? If everybody going to take the law in our their hand, means that is actually going to become a violence land. The violence land is not acceptable. Okay, so still we are confusing with this murder this case, because it's we are not able to understand whether it is a suicide or murder case, because still police are doing investigation about these cases. Many of peoples, especially from where many people still, especially from our states, are getting are most of the peoples are spreading the fake news in the, especially in the social medias, to spreading a very not acceptable fake news they are spreading. This is a main causes, this is the main reason because of the mob violence. Okay, let's see the solution part in the upcoming year, especially if the I'm going to give the solution based upon the students who are undergoing the stress based upon the studies. We are going to give suggestions, we are going to give ideas to the government to implement these kind of approaches, because these kind of solutions or approaches are now currently following by the Scandinavian countries. We are going to take about the examples from Scandinavian countries. Why we are taking Scandinavian countries means the Scandinavian countries are more focusing on the primary school health services. So if we at least if 3 to 4 kind of those kind of implementation, those kind of health service implementation, means we can get, at least we can reduce deaths in the upcoming, suicide deaths in the upcoming year. Okay, let me discuss about the solutions. The first solution is a fresh approach. That is, one approach is called fresh subject, focusing resource on effective school health. So the school should have been maintaining a particular database, the database which school have to maintain all the health conditions of the all individual students. That is called a fresh approach. At the same time, based upon the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDCP, it is an institution which is present in Atlanta. Based upon the guidelines of CDCP in Atlanta, that fresh approach should be focused mainly on emergency reason, family engagement, chronic disease management, and care coordinations. Why they are going to suggest? Because these kind of implementation is very essential, and these kind of solutions they have to be focused before the providing a health service, especially they have to be know about the family engagement. The family engagement problems also, even getting peoples are getting more pressurized, especially the school students are getting more pressurized because of the family based surveys. Okay, so wait a minute, I will come back. So let me focus on the solution part. Okay, in this I already said, uh, based upon the advice of CDCP, they are going to implement the fresh approach. Okay, before that implementing this fresh approach, particular state have to do one survey how that present uh, health service scheme is doing in the field based analysis. Okay, they have to do one field based analysis based upon how the present health service is doing good or bad. Okay, the people who want to know, who want to suggest these kind of approach, they have to be at least they have to be know about something idea about present countries which was implementing these kind of approach. Especially what I said, the Scandinavian country used to do these kind of approaches. So the state should have do one survey before implementing this kind of approach. And especially if you take an international school or any public school, they have systems called outbound training. Because of students getting pressurized more because of the education, they will took some batch group of students, they will take them to go for an outbound training. Actually outbound training is a good, but they have to implement the session like a health talk and a lifestyle session. Lifestyle session means now the current problem is some the school category peoples are getting attracted towards things which is present in Instagram. Because in Instagram, if you see one post that is going to attract physical, mentally they are going to attract towards a particular picture. They are thinking that this is okay, this is the real life, we are going to attract towards this kind of things. Actually it is not, they are doing a photoshop before posting the videos or photos. So the student have to be understand what is the real life before. Every week they have to conduct one section is called a lifestyle session. In that section they have to give some idea about the actual field life reality. What is the reality, they have to tell about the reality. They have to talk about the various health benefit, various mental stress relieving technique. They have to talk about these kind of things, means they will be get relief from these what the regular based studies curriculum. Okay, and that online consultation for the physical and mental girls needed. Because if you take any public school, the school and hostel, there is no interaction between school and hostel. So there in the Scandinavian countries there is a one system. There is an a telephone booth in the particular hostel. In the telephone booth they can be able to call the toll free number. In the toll free number they are going to give some advice about the physical and mental health needs of one particular student because of pressurizing the study pressure. Okay, so while seeing these kind of suggestions, you feel like how we can implement these are the idealistic thing. Is there possible to implement these things in our country? Means of course we can implement. Because what I am giving the suggestions, these kind of suggestions are currently it's rolling in the Scandinavian countries. These Scandinavian countries peoples are giving these kind of the suggestions. And the parents teachers meetup should be conducted in the every second week. Because normally usually the when the parents teachers meeting it's going to happening means these parents are going to ask about the particular person mark or how to get improve in the mark in a particular subject. These kind of talk is not only a healthy talk, because they have to a particular students parents should have to know the health service which was providing by the other schools or other countries, how the other countries schools are providing a health service, especially the people having the public school more than a 4,000 people strength. Though, so those students are how they are capable in the mental health, how they are providing a health service. That kind of knowledge parents have to be get gain. Based upon that gain, the parent teacher meetup should be conducted. The parents have to give their suggestion. You can implement these kind of mental pressure health management system, like that parents have to give suggestions to the institution. So these kind of meetup should be a healthy concept. At the same time, the most of these kind of things, especially the press approach, CPCD approach, health talk, lifestyle session, online consultation, these kind of system have be implemented in the all private schools, because private schools should more focus on the school health services. Most of the students who are getting pressurized, those people, so those students are studying in the private school. Okay, then reviewing the Ayushman Bharat program, because Ayushman Bharat program, of course, it's a good program. Our Prime Minister introduced this program in 2020. Of course, the best one essential in the umbrella scheme is to give a health service providing to be particular nursery primary school. Of course, that is good, but state should ensure that whether when they are doing a field analysis, actually this actual Ayushman Bharat program is actually they are implementing perfectly in the schools. They have to be conduct a survey whether it is actually doing good or not. They have to conduct the survey. These kind of reviews, like especially the Ayushman Bharat scheme reviews should be focused more on the idealistic, right? At the same time, the postgraduate medical student, okay, the postgraduate medical students to be placed in the internship program to check the health of the children in the school, right? The next essential concept is how the postgraduate peoples who are studying in the schools, they have particularly they postgraduate students have to be posted on the all the public schools. Based upon the public schools, they have to conduct an internship program. In that internship program, they have to analyze the mental health of the students, especially the school childrens. These kinds of things should be government should be implement in the all the public school. Okay, let's we recap all these solution points. The first point should be the for fresh approach. Based upon the fresh approach and the advice of CDCP, they are going to ensure that the emergency recent family engagement, chronic disease management, and care coordination, and state should be conduct the survey. Based upon that, revamp health service. And the next one is health talk. Based upon the health talk, the lifeline session should be part of an curriculum. And the next one is online consultation with the physical and mental health. Parents teachers meetup should be increases. Based upon the parent teacher meetup, the parents have to gain ideas from what are the health service providing by the various country. Based upon this understanding, they have to give advice to the institution. These kind of suggestions are going to firstly implemented in the private school. And the reviewing of Ayushman Bharat program in the field level is very essential, because the state have to conduct a survey whether the Ayushman program is implemented properly or not. At the same time, the postgraduate students have to be placed in an internship program in the public school, government school, or any private school to conduct their mental health survey, check their mental health or physical health of a student. They have to do internship in these kind of field based analytic work. Okay, these kind of solution we are going to suggest to the written answer points. Okay, then clear, we are not discuss about anything about that case, Srimathi case. That is a controversial thing. We just focusing on the solution. What are the solution hereafter? Government have to implement it in the private school based on the health service scheme. Okay, thank you. Let's be see in any other video. Thank you so much.